Ah, yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Alright, good morning. Hello, how's everyone doing? So, it's Monday, the 21st. I'm certain everyone's got a game or two that they're looking forward to see come out. So, quick question. Uh, what are you looking forward to seeing come out? So, as PC has a massive list throughout the week, I've come to decide that on Monday I'm going to just go over the games that are coming out for Tuesday and Wednesday because the list is ridiculously long and I don't right now have the time to do it. So let's see here. First game coming out tomorrow is called State of Decay. A action adventure open world. Developers the Undead Labs. Small town America 1 year from today. It's a zombie game. So that's what to expect from that. Hello, Sandman. How's it going? Just starting off with the PC games. Just announced State of Decay. Going with next is Pixel Ripped 1989, a first-person adventure 3D. Doesn't say it's VR, so it's supposed to be as you play as a video game addict. Ah, you're gonna download it at 11 p.m., huh? Well, if it's your kind of game, man, you know. I mean, everyone's got their thing. Zombies are just so far done to death with me. Ancestors, which is one of the trailers I have playing, pieced together. I have pieced a few trailers together to make a video while I'm doing this. Well, lucky you. Ancestors looks to be a real-time strategy game based in the Nordic kind of realm, but not like the mythology. It's more based on the like Viking era, and as you take on siege castles and everything. So, get a game for free is nice. Let's see. No wait, that's Ancestors Legacy is the one that's playing. Although I think they're about the same. As Ancestors Legacy comes out as well. And the same game like style, like strategy, real time. So I wonder why there is two games. One's Ancestors, one's Ancestors Legacy. I'm just gonna throw my hands up on that one, man. I really hate when they do that crap. Vintage primitive survival game. So it's a primitive survival game. It's an action adventure survival. Well, I can only imagine how that's gonna work. I hate running backwards is coming out as well. I'm not surprised Rogue wants to play that. I truly am not surprised. Because Rogue likes playing things that are just weird. Because I don't know what's wrong with Rogue sometimes. Rogue likes to play games that are odd. He's got an odd taste to me. Him and I have similar tastes, and at times we have completely opposite. Uh, it's an action. I hate running backwards as an action shooter. Over the top style, kind of shooter up. Like you'll play the old arcade games that did that, but you're running backwards, not forwards. Your character's running backwards as you're shooting everything. Super hyperactive ninja. It's in a platform action game. No, Rainbow Six Siege, huh? Thought about getting that one. Thought about it. But if I get Rainbow Six Siege, I want to get a team together prior to playing it. I've gotten bad luck with random people. Tennis World Tour. There really shouldn't be much more I could say about that other than it's a tennis game for the PC. Lords of Strife. It's also coming out tomorrow. It's a platformer as well, action game. So, let's see. Oh, that's right, there's a lot. Safe House. It comes out with just, I don't know what category it fits in because it's labeled as an action general, so, you know, stay safe. A racing game, arcade style with futuristic features. Vicky Spotter Sports. Another sports title, but I think this one's more based on the idea of the spotter. Disco Dodgeball Remix. Futuristic Dodgeball. Heard. Let's see here. Runner 3, action platformer. Not much else I can dig up on that one. The Captain Forever trilogy. In the States, unlikely. As, I don't think there's been a physical release for a few years for the Vita. This being the fact due to the market. As sadly, it has been, as much as we've all enjoyed ourselves a good old-fashioned physical copy for the Vita, they've kind of steered so far away from it because of the unpopularity in the US. Captain Forever Trilogy is a strategy real-time game. Huh. Now let me look it up. Let's see. What was the game you're looking at? I know they're about to go like full digital. not seeing anything for physical, but I really don't know. Bloodstain didn't say anything about it being it having a physical. I didn't see anything about it. Oh, Hunt with Friends will be out. Sports, individual, nature hunting. Be out for PC. Yeah, best I can tell is that in my area there is no physical copies really released. Free the animation for PC. Miscellaneous general. Okay. Hmm. Let's see. Um. Rahum. I believe I pronounced that wrong. Rahim. Rahim. I think it's Rahim. Rheum. But it's an action shooter, shoot 'em up vertical game as well. Let's see here. Survival last day. An action shooter first person, so it's probably not in a similar status of most of the survival games. Baby car driver, platformer, action game. Trivia Vault, fashion trivia. Oh, trivia based game on fashion. Lovely. The Digital Dungeon. Action shooter, light gun. So that's probably going to be a VR if it's a light gun. Where was it? Castle Jigsaw Puzzles. Puzzle game. It's probably an actual jigsaw puzzle maker kind of game where you put puzzles together. Bathroom Chief. Chef. Bathroom Chef. Lovely. Real-time strategy game. With a name like that, I'm worried how the gameplay is going to be. Colors. I think it's supposed to be pronounced Kingdom, but with a C. Puzzle logic game. I can only imagine. I can only imagine how that's going to work out. The Bully Store is a strategy management game. So I guess you sell bullies, and you have to manage the store. Little Big Soko. It's another puzzle action game. Which hopefully means that that game will have puzzles along with action, meaning that you're solving a room puzzle based on fighting enemies. Ranger versus Space Mutants. Action shooter, shoot 'em up, top down. Arcade style, shoot 'em up. Alright. The Duller. Action shooter, shoot 'em up, horizontal. So kind of like how what game was it back in a lot of the games back in the day were just scroll shooters. Cross-side Prison comes out. Adventure general kind of game. It's a VR title though, from what I can tell. So yeah, it's a VR title. Alrighty. That is for the games for tomorrow. For PC. You know, let's take a look at Xbox One. Let's see what's coming out for it. Let's see. For the week up to, say, the 27th, we'll take a look here. We have That does not look like Space Hulk will be coming to Xbox One. Because we have, on the 22nd, we have Disco Dodgeball Remix and I Hate Running Backwards. The 24th is Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. 25th is Sudden Strike 4 European Battlefield Edition, as well as Dark Souls Remastered, Super Hyperactive Ninja, Dungeon Rushers, and that's it for the week. I'm not even seeing Space Hulk for the Xbox One. It's not a lot of games coming out for Xbox One, really. Yeah, it looks like that's about it. Up until next week. As for Space Hulk, though, let's see what that one is actually going to be on. Ah, it is a PS4 only title. It is a PS4 only title. And it looks like there's a lot coming out on one day. Yeah, I have not seen it. I don't know what to tell you because the sources I'm using, which mostly is Metacritic, is when you go to click on the game, it will tell you the other platforms it's going to be on. And as of right now, I'm only seeing PS4 coming out right now. Sadly, I do not know what to say about that. Yeah, it's weird if all the other websites are saying that because I use Metacritic and they're the ones I use for sourcing the week releases. Because H1Z1 is also PS4 only, and it's coming out the 22nd as well. So I really don't know what to say. If other websites, they're probably either got the sources wrong or are sorry, my nose running a little bit. They probably got information wrong, or it's coming out later for Xbox One. But the only thing I could think of. So, because what else is what's coming out for the 22nd for PS4 is Space Hulk H1Z1, Pixel Ripped, One Piece, Everspace, Gorogoa, if I pronounced that right, saved my life, Super Active Ninja, Disco Dodgeball Remix, Star Trek Bridge Cruise Next Generation, I Hate Running Backwards, and Shio. Hmm, looks familiar. So yeah, on that one I don't know what to say because that's kind of weird. Because then there's let's see, the 24th it has only two games: Bloodstained the Cursed Moon, Bloodstained Cursed of the Moon, and Defender's Quest: Valley of the Forgotten DX Edition. And then the 25th has Dark Souls Remastered, Dungeon Rushers, and Detroit Become Human. Ah, it's finally coming out. That's good to know. Now, the Switch has not really a lot of new games, but some old games. They have Runner 3, which is a new one. That's a new title coming to the Switch. Then they have Mega Man Collections 1 and 2 bundled, then Collections 1 and 2 individually, Disco Dodgeball Remix, Punch Club is coming out on the 24th, Zenbound 2 is coming out on the 24th. I am I don't. I like console exclusives. I feel that they're the only reason they're the only reason to have different consoles. Let's see. Bo Babas Mausoleum Episode 1. Ovnifagos don't eat flamingos. I know I butchered that somewhere along the road. I know I did. Not really, because otherwise, okay, so if every game was on every console, at which point it would come down to a very broken market on the concept that if every game was on every console, you'd the consoles themselves would have to have a unique feature to themselves to attract the buyer. So if you could buy, say, Space Marine, the Space Hulk game on every console, um, the probability of actually buying, having people to play with, if it had an online feature, for example, would be probably harder to find than it would on most others because everyone would just go for the cheapest console. And at which point, it's great and all, but that forces the consoles to not have to put a lot of effort into it. If the market is saturated to a degree with the unopenness, then what's the point in having them to focus on making a good console? True, but I can't support Microsoft's Xbox console. Basically, at this point, you would have. I don't. If every game was on all consoles from the word go, for example, Nintendo would be the ruling king. There would be no Sega, um, PlayStation, or anything like that. Yes, Sammy, but they're trying to focus market to their clientele. They're trying to bring your attention to their console. Um, but because there is a market for them, PlayStation is able to get them on their console. Um, because if there was no diverse exclusive games to consoles, we would be looking at uh, one console. We'd probably be with Nintendo right now. In all honesty, there would be no Xbox or PlayStation because everyone would just stick with Nintendo because most reliable. Everyone would be too worried about trying to go to a new thing. Um, on top of which, uh, be a rare thing for anyone to want to go to a new console. What's the point of buying everything when all my friends are already on this one? No, it's not actually. It's a very great business move. Um, for example, right now the only difference between a PS4 and an Xbox One is that the Xbox One has the Xbox X, which can play 4K, and PlayStation Pro, which can do VR. So they're going to, with the VR market kind of in a new ground zone and 4K in a very big new ground zone. Uh, this will make it very interesting on the concept that the only other way to get people to come to their console would be with the idea of, for the most part, the only way to do it would be to make exclusives, which you want to make something a big name your exclusive. So Sony, who already actually has the movie rights to Spider-Man probably wasn't that hard for them to buy the exclusive game rights to it. Yeah, well, sort of to a degree. It doesn't make them waste money. Um, uh, it's only really a waste if that's the only reason they bought it, I guess you could say. But there's a lot of people who end up getting a PS4, and there's other exclusives on the console that they play. And at which point you end up having a market. Um, Otherwise, you're looking at a console that would probably last only about 2 years. Then you'd have to upgrade the tech. You'd have to upgrade the features and everything that bog a console down at this point. Now we're getting into Sony getting hacked all the time is not necessarily true. I console wise I mostly exclusively PS4. Um, and as a Final Fantasy 14 player as well for a long time, I've only heard of a few exclusive incidences where Sony got hacked that interfered with my gameplay on online features. Um, I only know of the really big ones, particularly that involved Lizard Squad, pretty much shutting down all online features for both Xbox and Sony. So, I mean, we're kind of getting into the. Consoles having exclusivity is a business decision they make to make money. And how everyone reacts to it is different. Oh, oh I hate make Microsoft not for no reason. Let's see. They the list begins with me with my Xbox 360 was banned for no reason from the Xbox Live Network. When I challenged it to find out why I was banned, they told me that we wrongfully banned you, but we're not undoing our ban. At which point I was like, okay, cool. Compensation, $20. I got compensated with $20 on the Xbox Live Network. Uh, they may have, but you can only buy that disabled controller through Microsoft, no one else, or whoever made that controller. Everyone's also hitting on my Xbox because of E3. 4 to 5 years ago, when they launched Xbox, revealed Xbox One, and they said that they were not no, they were going to discontinue, force you to own the game to the point of a DRM, which is a digital rights management base for the most part. You were not allowed to trade that game in. Once you bought it, it was yours. For a lot of people who buy a game 6 months later, they within 4 hours they bought it. I've not seen people give them shit, but I don't pay attention to Microsoft. So, I mean, to be honest with you, Sam, man, with this one, I honestly just I don't understand everyone's issues. I know my issues with them, and it's why I stopped following them, paying attention to them, or giving them credit. I only showcase their games because I'm trying to give everyone a fair uh, understanding of the market and what games are coming out for the week. Because I've had bad experiences with their customer service, with them in general, so I just kind of stopped. Yeah, see, I didn't even buy. Yeah, yeah, I bought a PS4. I think when Destiny came out, and even then, I bought the bundle, and I bought a new one when the PS4 Pro came out. So I've been playing that one for about that, but I realistically only bought a PS4 because of Destiny to give it a shot. What kind of issues? What kind of problems are you having with Microsoft? Is it tech or is it software issues? You bought one of the Ubisoft bundles. Okay. Uh, I'm guessing there's is it technical that you're having problem with? Oh, software. Yeah, that's probably them. They probably did an update. They do a lot of updates that you pretty much have to be on monitoring their updates 24/7. There's probably an update they did either to the console itself or to one of the games that is causing the primary bulk of your issues. But to quickly finish this up, I've gone a little past my time and I haven't finished up to the last three games coming out for Switch. So let me finish this up real fast. Switch has N++ Ultimate Edition coming out 24th. Bloodstained Curse of the Moon on the 24th. Escape Game Alola the 24th. Discovery on the 24th as well. That wraps up the Switch. Oh, yeah, you may want to get your console looked at for that. If you can't play 360 games, you may want to see what the bug is. Because I know it's exclusively certain 360 games. And it's like they did with the 360 the Xbox original. It's exclusive games. Bloodstained is coming to both 3DS and 3 PS Vita on the 24th. 24th is Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers for the 3DS. Stardew Valley is coming to the Vita on the 22nd. And that is the week of games. Yeah, yeah, it sounds like you might have a bug or it may be the wrong games you have. Double check your games, see if they're compatible with the Xbox One, and see, and if not, if you, I don't know what to tell you. It's probably a popular series, but the only thing I can think of, the N Plus games are probably a popular one. But that wraps it up for today. Yeah, but they probably sell well to little kids. A lot of times, like the big colors and all that, or in simple gameplay, are generally sold to children, and little kids usually eat them up. That's probably about it. So, well, I'm gonna send everyone to. Let's see, I don't see much of anyone streaming this morning right now, so I'm gonna send them right to MWM Media. As I do believe our show just started, so y'all have a nice one. Catch you later.